Hi, my name is William Berry, and thanks for watching my video. There is one reason you would click on this video, and as much as I'd like to tell myself that you want to hear a voice with the level of gravitas and compassion that would even make Morgan Freeman green with envy, that is nothing more than a dream. The real reason you clicked on this video is that you are in fact low elo, and you're tired of drowning in the cesspool of AFKers, feeders, trolls, and the shitstorm of flame that is constant in elo hell. It's okay. Don't worry. I got you covered. Follow this guide and I can get you to break free from low elo and get you that respect of your peers, of your loved ones, even your parents. Let's tear down that wall of crippling depression and self-loathing with this.
Justice!
I get it. I know. I can hear your thoughts. But Will, Garen is a noob champion. I don't play noob champions. I've been playing for 3 years. And you're right. Garen is a noob champion. Garen is a champion that is so fucking simple that it should be impossible to fuck it up. And that is why you should be playing Garen. Garen has a built-in fucking health potion. Like, if you literally take no damage, your health starts to go back up as if you're burning potions. Don't worry, dude. Don't hit me for 9 to 10 seconds. I'll be alright. That's insane. He has built-in sustain in lane. Oh my Jesus, and all you have to do is stop trading with someone for just a few seconds. But the reason why you should be playing Garen is he is a low-effort, high-impact champion that can help you win your lane. There is a direct correlation between winning lane and winning the game. Okay, let's talk about Garen's passive. Yes, that toxic shit that we've all had to deal with before. Yes. So, Garen's passive is very simple. Don't get hit by shit, you heal. Oh my god, Kane can suck my dick with his ult. Like, just check. Garen, that was so simple. Now, Garen's passive is kind of weak until level 11. Once Garen hits level 11, never stop hitting Garen, because he will always be at full health every time you run into him. So let's talk about the most decisive ability in Garen's kit. Oh god. I said that because it's Decisive Strength. Yeah, I did a funny. I'm sorry. But let's talk about this ability. There's 4 things you want to know about Decisive Strike. 1, it will cleanse him of all slows. So if you use this ability correctly, let's say you've been withered by a Gnosis or you've been exhausted, boom, bada beam, you're fucking free. You're good to go. Or a Tryndamere, you can use this to counter Tryndamere's W. It's a good ability for this reason. More importantly, it also gives him a 30% bonus movement speed. So like, you go really fast. You turn into a wannabe Sonic the Hedgehog. That's why a lot of people run movement speed quints on Garen. It helps him close that gap because he's got no gap closer. It's also an basic attack enhancement. So your next basic attack with this ability activated deals an additional amount of physical damage. And that can range anywhere between 30 to 130 extra damage on your auto attack plus 40% of your AD. AD scaling isn't actually that good, but it does a lot of damage. The best thing about this ability, and the main thing you want to worry about, is, well, it can be an auto attack reset. So you walk in, you slap a person in the face with your big ass dick, and then you hit that Q button, and you slam your dick on him again, and now you got a movement speed for the next 4.5 seconds to get the fuck out of there, and now you're you're back to safety, and they probably didn't even realize what just happened. And they won't even call the cops because you'll be back in 8 seconds to do it again, over and over again until they're dead. This ability you max second. You max this ability second. It's a good ability, but you don't always want to max it out unless you're like in an AP lane or some shit. So let's talk about Garen's W. Courage, I guess. I didn't know they really named it Courage. Okay, let's move on. Garen's W.
No matter your numbers, I will not yield!
Thanks, buddy. Thank you for your input. I'm glad you could tune in to my video. Garen's W does 2 things. Passively, it gives Garen stats. Remember I was talking about Garen is a high impact player with low effort? You know how Cho'Gath gets a bunch of healing for hitting minions? He gets free health and mana? Garen gets free stats. He gets bonus magic resist and bonus armor for killing minions. So if you're good at last hitting, you can get 30 additional bonus resistance pretty quick in the game. And that's where it caps out. It caps at 30. If it was infinite, that would be insane. And also very funny and hilarious. That's not all the W has. The W also has an active, and for us low elo players, this is why we're here. We're all trying to improve. So let's just say, for example, you're silver and, bronze. You need to understand one thing about Garen's W. Garen's W is not that great. It only gives you 30% damage reduction. That's not a lot. That's still good. It's nice to have around. It can save your life. Now, for less than a second, it's literally 0.75, so 0.75 seconds, you get 60% damage reduction and 60% tenacity. Let me say that again, 60% damage reduction and 60% tenacity for less than a second. So if you hit W at a crucial moment, you can survive most fatal situations, and then more importantly, you can get out of almost any stun in the game extremely quickly, including Morgana binds and Ashe ults. If you time this correctly, you can save yourself a tremendous amount of pain. And yes, you go back to your 30% damage reduction for the duration of the ability after your original 0.75 seconds. And the cooldown on this ability is relatively long. It's about 20 seconds. So you get one opportunity in fights to save your fucking ass. And you have to determine when to use that W. This is probably Garen's most telling move. It'll definitely tell you where your skill level is with the champion. Using Garen's W at the pivotal moment will change the outcome of a fight. I guarantee it. Guarantee. Garen. Oh god. Kill me now. Okay, now let's talk about Garen's E. I had no fucking idea it was called Judgment. That's kind of a cool name, but it doesn't make sense. He's not sitting on a pedestal judging people to their fate. Instead, he's spinning around like an elegant ballerina on the battlefield, twirling around, captivating the hearts and minds of people since the dawn of time. Now, there are some things you want to know about this ability, and it's probably going to have the most in-depth explanation that I'll probably give out of all of his abilities. Then again, I haven't looked at his ult yet, and I kind of okay, let's get to the Garen E, or Judgment. Now, Garen rapidly spins his sword around his body, which you can tell by watching him do it. He kind of just twirls and, nukes health bars. But what you didn't know is this lasts for about 3 seconds, and Garen cannot basic attack during this. But there is something good for Garen. He is ghosted and deals physical damage based on the enemies within the range of the ability. Now, if you're attacking a single target, you do 33% increased damage to one enemy. So if you're laning against Garen and he's spinning on your face in your minion wave, do not leave your minion wave. Garen will do more damage to you while you're running back to your tower. Stay with your minions. It's kind of like an isolation built into his ability. Wow, Kha'Zix, I didn't know you got your inspiration from Garen? Ha! Cool. Now, the physical damage per spin goes from 14 to 30, plus 40% of your AD at max levels. It starts at only 36 though, so be careful. Judgment can critically strike, dealing 100% of the damage as bonus damage. Enemy champions hit 4 times by your E has their armor reduced by 25% for 6 seconds. So remember that. The most important thing to remember, because I myself forgot this until just yesterday when my friend told me, bro, why do you stay in your E so long? After 1 second of casting Judgment, you can reactivate Judgment to take away the ability and reduce your cooldown by the remaining time left on the ability. I totally forgot about that. Thanks, Steve. Making me look like a moron when telling me how to play my main champion. Woo! But hey, this is the most iconic ability in League of Legends besides Teemo Shrooms or Anivia's egg. Actually, Anivia's egg isn't that iconic, but hey, look! Garen's spinning. Get your Garen fidget spinner 2017. Look at him go. He spins. Yeah, Garen Demacia! Alright, let's talk about Garen's ult. Yes, or R. I don't know how you refer to it in game. We got a lot to cover. Garen's ult is one of the most impressive abilities in the game. At any time, this holy warrior can walk up, just look at the sky, and then put a sword in the ground, and a giant beacon of light in the shape of a sword will rip through you and kill you. If you are at 28% of your health at level 6, you're fucking dead. When Garen gets it to level 2, it's 33% of your health, and when it's at level 3, it's 40%. There you go. It's a point-and-click ability that can't be missed. It's kind of bullshit. It's the one thing that they should probably make a skill shot, but they won't because Garen is a low-effort champion with high impact. Can't get much higher impact than a bitch being dead, right? There you go. Free turret, free pressure, get your money, get your elo. But let's go over a little more things about the ult. The ult now has a unique passive that was originally not in the game until, you know, the Juggernaut patch, like, what, 2 fucking years ago in Season 5? Guess it's not really even worth bringing up. It was so long ago. Jesus Christ. Now, the passive works in various different ways that many people don't actually understand. The person that gets the most kills in the last 5 minutes is marked as the villain, right? There you go. They're marked as a villain. Think about it this way. Garen is like a roaming social justice warrior out to serve justice to the people that harmed his friends. Now, that's Garen. That he hunts down those villains and he puts them with a little justice. Now, there's one thing you want to know. Garen's villain will not change as long as Garen is in combat with the villain. So, if you want that, like, let's say you're laning against your top laner, he went and roamed mid and got a kill and he comes back top, he's your villain now. Do not exit combat with him, and if bot lane just got a double kill, you got to stay right there. You got to stay on this dude, or else it's going to change. There you go. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, whoever the villain is, Garen's E will do increased damage to them. 1% of their maximum health as bonus damage in combination to his already existing damage on his E. So if you're going quick Garen, holy shit, extra damage, woo. Now, another thing you really want to pay attention to is Garen's ult is magic damage. That's what a lot of people forget. So, for example, let's say you're playing in a lane against Garen and you want to win. Build a Hex Drinker. Problem solved. Garen can no longer kill you with his ult because he's got a giant magic shield that absorbs it. There you go. Just, you know how to beat Garen now. Stay in your minion wave, get Hex Drinker. If you're the villain, though, you're pretty much fucked, because the ult is considered true damage at that point. And, you know, you just gotta make your peace with God at that point. Like, don't be the villain. Don't be good at League of Legends. Garen doesn't like it when you do well. Garen doesn't like it when other people are as good as him. Garen is that greedy, stingy little fucktard. You know, like your little brother that, like, whenever you're playing with a toy and he wants it, he goes out of his way to make sure he gets it. That's Garen. If you're on a killing spree, Garen wants to end that shit. If you're having fun, Garen wants to end that shit. Again, low effort, high impact. Putting a sign on someone's back that says, hey, I'm doing really well in the game. Not for long, motherfucker.
Summon me, and you'll like the way you look. I guarantee.
What was that?
Get it?
Full AD Garen. I'm gonna guess. This is Wildon that did it, yeah.
Oh, I'm still gonna kill you, bitch.
No, you're not, because you're a silly little goose. Yeah, you guys. All hell. Are you still alive?
Come on, give me that W. Go!
Oh god! Oh me! Fuck off!
Oh my god!
Bro! You got CC'd to dick, and you live.
Probably shouldn't be so cocky, you know?
Oh god, that's gay. Saw that.
Going for the Banshee's Veil.
Damn, are you playing Fizz? I was planning on going Fizz.
Nah, he's playing Twisted Fate.
Oh yeah, always Sheen into Echo.
Yeah, Sheen and Echo. Just because Echo is gonna like help you farm, even though you really don't already kind of need it, but you do. It's hard to explain.
Come top, you little
Oh,
bitch.
he's up there in mid.
That's it. I'm just gonna roam. I can't fight this guy. He's just gonna hug his turret the whole time.
Forge onward.
If that's all he's gonna do, then might as well just roam around. Good job,
I know it
bot.
was my ult, but I think it was worth
Get fucking psyched out, you little bitch. Alright, so let's go over my final thoughts. Garen is by no means a strong champion. Garen is not good in higher elo. I mean, if you get to platinum and higher, I guarantee you're gonna have a hard time playing Garen. People understand Garen's kit, and he's very kiteable. He can be outrun by virtually anybody, and though he does have a little finesse to his kit, it's nothing that can make him an immediate threat to anybody. Almost every ADC in the game can outclass Garen. Like, all they have to do is simply walk back and shoot him in the face, and Garen's gonna feel those effects pretty hard. But where Garen's strengths lie are in people fucking up or stepping too close, and in low elo, people make that mistake all the time. I cannot tell you how many times people face check bushes in bronze and silver, and if there's a Garen standing in that bush, they're going to fucking regret that. See, the best way to climb is to use, again, high impact champions with low effort. The more you play the game and the higher your rank goes, the more utility and fineness in the kit will be able to determine the late game. And that's why Garen has a terrible late game. He falls off. His win rate literally gets like dropped in half almost. Bro, it gets so low if the game goes longer than 35 minutes. Because every tank in the game outscales Garen. Sion, Maokai, Sejuani, all of these people outscale him because they can hold down a target and they can keep him there while their fed as fuck ADC blows that piece of shit to crap. No one's gonna argue that. But what Garen is good at, again, is abusing people making mistakes. Winning lane and pressuring the game is hard as fuck. If you're ever against a Garen, simply stall the game out. You will be able to outclass him even if you are 0-7 in lane as an ADC. Your items make Garen useless. But remember, if you're playing Garen, abuse bushes, apply pressure, take towers. Win your lane, win your game. Look to group and end as quickly as possible. Join your team where you can, and if you're playing tank Garen, try in front lane as often as possible. If you're playing AD8 Garen, attack damage assassin, look to split push and take any objective you can while securing the enemy jungle with your sweeper. And don't forget to buy your pink wards. And on the final note, another thing to know about Garen is he suffers a great deal against any ranged champion. So any ADC going top lane like Lucian, Vayne, fucking Quinn, Teemo, Kayle, these people tear Garen in half. And Garen has a really hard time against people like Pantheon and Renekton. And as Garen is a weak champion, or a champion that gets weaker and his usefulness falls off as the game goes on, it really puts Garen behind and makes it much harder to win a game against these type of champions. But remember, Garen is amazing at taking a tower. Use that Q on towers, auto attack reset Q. If you get yourself a Triforce, towers won't last long. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's how I play Garen, but I guarantee you, again, I'm gonna use a guarantee here, that if you end the game quickly and you pressure those turrets, you can rip yourself from the elo that you're in and elevate your playstyle and your decision making to something greater than it currently is. So best of luck in solo queue. Keep them fucking dicks in your pants. And if you liked my video, bruh, you could always hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate the love. And if you didn't like my video, well, then you could hit that dislike button and type in comments to go kill myself. You won't be the first and you won't be the last, but I guarantee you'll probably learn a thing or two about a champion that you either love or you fucking hate. Get yourself that elo pussy and make your way up that ladder, baby. I will see you in the next episode.